This is going live. Where are?
How about this? So instead of me finding 100 images, which I can, but I have to resize and fit everyone, I can cut out. Like,
You could get one image.
yeah, and chop it. That's what I was thinking. You're okay with that?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
absolutely. Just
Great.
100 different, but use a couple of different
Yeah.
images. You don't want
To
100
mix
the
it
same.
up and
Mix it-
stuff. Yeah.
just make it-
You're okay with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
It could
good.
just be. It actually could just be. Just
Okay.
use plain colors
Okay.
too.
Cool.
Just 100 different. Yeah, hodgepodge.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't have to.
I was thinking like, wait, that's gonna take up a lot of like resizing and timeline.
Yeah, I mean, just yeah. I mean,
Okay.
it should be fun. You know, I find that stuff fun.
It is.
Okay, so what we're going to talk about now is the index, the sold index. This is going to be the engine. This is going to be the real driver, I think, of the show. And the cool thing is, it doesn't matter if there's one piece. That one piece is going to be awesome because that's the beginning.
Okay.
Piece by piece, the index will be built. The index is the foundation of our entire AI platform.
Okay.
Which, I mean, if we're successful, but it has to be wildly successful for this to happen. We need a lot of consciousness involved. And think of every work of art of having a focal point of consciousness. Think of how many people have looked at the Mona Lisa. And if you could quantify all of the thought energy that people went through while standing in front of that, it would be a pretty big number. And so every artist has that because they were the first ones to look at the work of art they created, most likely. And then when they exhibit it, every other artist. So in an indirect manner, we're going to be able to quantify the interaction people have with the art.
Basically, using your data set, if someone clicks using that data saying, oh shit, this sold, I should create more of my art this way.
No, I mean, that's possible, but that's not what, people, if a work of art is made, there's somebody out there that's going to like it. We're just trying to bring those two things together.
Mm-hmm.
Artists that try to predict what it is and paint what people want to buy, they're kind of missing the point, you know. But a lot of artists at the same time, they know what their public likes and they buy. I know one guy has painted the friggin' Golden Gate Bridge 300 times, and every time it's a unique painting, you know. So exactly. So no, we're not manipulating markets at all. We're literally liberating them. This is going to be the purest free market we've ever seen. I think it will be. And so, but what's also cool is the anthromemoration experiment.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to lay the foundation. So we're going to use the exact same data strategy as the anthromemoration, and in that, who's number one?
Okay. But
right?
are we doing this in a sold index though? Right.
Sold index, right. So what I'm saying is, think strategically. What is the art market? We're gamifying it.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So the artist, there's got to be a number one. Right? And that number one is going to fluctuate. It's going to fluctuate maybe even daily.
Yeah.
You know, and so the same with the driver thing.
Yeah.
So the driver thing, just like the art card,
mm-hmm.
right? There's got to be somebody on, and then this is part of our design. There's one, just like in a, think of this like a staggered pyramid, like in the Olympics, you got 1, 2, and 3, right? So first layer is whoever's on top. This is me. So basically the contest is going to be going down.
Okay.
The same thing over here. My art is going to be on one level,
mm-hmm.
probably. I'm not 100% sure. I got 2 paintings, and just like this. But this is a staggered pyramid that we want. This is literally how we want the data displayed.
Sold index.
As a pyramid. No, I'm sorry, on the anthromemoration side.
Okay.
I'm covering both sides at the same time because the core element is
I get it.
That card.
Yeah.
Right?
Now how do you, for this specific?
Okay, I'm going to get into that.
Okay.
So on this specifically, there's going to be the sold index.
Now is this going to be overall view of the sold index market, right, or just artist specific?
So let me, I know this isn't. So this will be the in-between. This will be the active index. This will be the bidding, right?
Uh-huh.
And this is going to be the sold. So, you know, when something is sold here, let's say we put a green dot in there, it's coming over here, coming over here. Right here is where the client says, I'll take it. right? And when that happens, the index pops up over here.
You realize
So
that?
this is a mirror of this, except it's only the sold work. So let's say you had a 10 here, you would only have one, and somebody only sold one piece. That 1 of 10 would only be 1. It would only, I mean, so it would just be sold. There would just be a total numbers of work sold per artist.
So basically almost like the micro one, but not.
Exactly, very, very similar, yeah. But in addition to this is where you would have this. You would have a ranking system that it was basically a pre-thing where we define the top 3 parameters, and then we rank the artist from 1 until whatever the end is.
Okay.
So that's where this comes in. That's where this comes in here.
Okay.
We want to have the same structure.
Somebody toss this in here. So we're still going through the cycle part again, and then just so.
Say again?
Is it still going to show a cycle part of it?
Yeah, because the artists are still. This is the index for the index.
So
this would be mirrored the sold. So if let's say there's an artist on here that's never sold anything, it would just say 0, but the artist would still be there. When somebody clicked on the name, it would still go to their card. They could still boost the value. Everything would be the same. But they're looking at what's actually sold. And then they have the same data stratification, so they could compare what they predicted or what they thought would happen, or what their favorites are doing. Let's say what their favorites are doing.
Okay, so it's gonna just sold. Okay, so sold section is only.
When I say predicted, I mean that's what. Let me just back up there. So because we're recording this, when I say predicted, it is a natural thing when somebody looks at a piece to predict what it's going to do in the future. What we're doing, we're not providing tools. We're actually providing tools to reduce unnecessary speculation about valuation. Right? Okay, so I just had to get that out. Go ahead.
All right, so I'm just looking at this right now. So I just want to show visually, to how it differentiates from the actual macro index now, because we are kind of showing the same thing, except
Well, it's going to say exactly what the piece of art sold for. That's what's going to be different. Over here, everything's going to have 3 prices, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000. This tells you what the piece sold for. Exactly. What the bid was.
Okay, wait.
And
so
so
now we're talking about another thing, because now you have a bidding part.
No, they're sold. They're sold
No,
works.
I know, but I didn't even make a bidding chart yet.
That's fine.
So I wanna, okay.
So here for an artist, you would have bid amount, total pieces sold.
Okay.
So let's say the artist sold 33 pieces, you would want to put the word number 33. And the total volume, the 33 total volume, the artist has sold $10,794 worth of art on our platform.
Wait, so, all right, hold on.
Right?
On the bottom part, bid amount.
Bid amount, number of works sold, total volume. Some artists, their whole thing is volume. They might only sell things, nothing over $500, but they're selling stuff every day. Other artists have more labor-intensive works, and they might only sell 3 or 4 works a month. Others might be selling 3 or 4 works a day, particularly those that have a large back inventory. So total volume, sold, bid amount. At some point, what we'll do in the future is we'll combine all the different variables, depending on what the database allows, and we'll create the total number, the total index number, right? And then that's where the ranking comes in. And then we'll have one page that's literally a pyramid with the top 100 artists. People will be working to get into that 100. And then below the 100, when you drive down, it's just a matrix, a square matrix all the way down.
Okay, wait, sorry.
Because imagine this, you've got an index of 100
down,
but there's 20,000 artists.
Yeah, so here, so when you're talking about down here, you want to show that.
This would only be available to
So,
clients.
yes, but, so basically, it essentially looks like the, let's see, micro page. Except, okay, so basically it is like a micro page, except there's more information than a micro page.
Yeah.
Okay, except now we have this part down here, so the variable down here, all these variables that you can
Yeah.
drop down.
So it would have pretty much all the same variables, but in addition to what was there before, I mean, you don't want to repeat the data, but I'm saying we're using the same parameters. It would also have all the sold work.
Yeah.
So here's where another thing, somebody would say, on this index, I want to see all the art that's been sold in the regional Northwest.
Okay.
And that number would come up.
All right. Okay. Well, we can figure out the crazy stuff later, like the whole actual.
Right.
But what I'm just gonna say default bid amount then, if they want to pick that out. But I'm gonna have a drop down thing that they can pick.
Well, it's bid amount.
Just as the X default X. How about that? The default X variable.
There's going to be various things. Yeah. Just put.
Yeah, but it's just you're gonna have a little drop down. They can pick it through all and show. That's or.
I don't understand what you're asking.
So. Kind of like, you see that little drop down on NASDAQ.
Yeah.
Do you want to basically, after you click down, there will be all this stuff, and all these numbers will update in real time here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I see. Yeah, that like that header bar or ticker
Yes.
tape.
So bid amount, all right. So these numbers are all gonna be different here now. It's like, okay. So it's gonna go from high to low then, basically, high to low. Should start at, what's the variable, the minimum variable? 1,000? 1,000 to God knows what, right?
Say that again.
How would you even like? No. Guess you don't need to put anything to bid amount and have a little ticker box set up first.
You want to be able to click on a painting and know what it's sold for.
Yeah. I think we're getting really deep into the whole.
Yeah, we don't need to get this
Yeah.
far. A couple of levels, make it look good and understand that we don't even know what the database looks like yet.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's Right. So here, let's just say stuff like this bid amount default.
Okay, I'm going to end the video. We kind of got it, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. I mean, there's some other quantum metric stuff on the background, but this is basically giving people the data that they're seeking to make a decision and to give them confidence. After the first 3 cycles, and we have a handful of cells, and people are getting that, this is going to act. It's going to grow exponentially.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here. I feel like this system can be applied elsewhere too.
It's going to be applied a lot of other places.
Yeah. All right. So then I'm gonna have a little ticker